Although Billy loved working on the Little Western, he still felt bad. He felt bad for what he did to Percy on his first day. Oliver felt sympathy for his best friend. "I'm sure there would be a time for you to make peace with Percy," he puffed. Billy hoped for that chance to come. Somewhere on Sodor, Molly was awaiting news from her spy. "I see him," she said. Christian said as he puffed in. "I found Percy. He's in a shed," he said. "Excellent," puffed Molly. She then sent Dave, an LNER L1, Johnny, a Hunslet Austerity engine, and Bob, a BR Class 35 diesel. Later, after Christian reversed right by Molly, he felt proud. "And just what do you guys think you're doing?" puffed Percy. "You'll see," puffed Johnny. After Christian had left to spy on any activity, Molly's henchmen took Percy straight to their boss, with Billy and Oliver following behind. "Thanks, boys. I want to talk with Billy in private. Take Oliver with you," puffed Molly. "What do you want?" puffed Billy. "I haven't told you this, but I'm having 2 new henchmen come," Molly added. "Who are they?" puffed Billy. "These 2 diesels," added Molly. A BR Class 08 named Jimmy and a BR Class 40 named Jack rolled in. Then Billy decided to escape. Dave arrived, awaiting an order from Molly. "Get that orange engine. After all that Little Western trash is terminated, we'll have our revenge plan on those who made fun of me for taking empty coal cars executed," puffed Molly. When Billy arrived at the bridge where Reboot Thomas's demise took place, he saw Dave. "You're going down, punk!" puffed the dark redhead tank engine. Then they started pushing and bumping each other. All hope for Billy was lost until he heard a whistle. "Get away from Billy!" puffed Christian as he charged into Dave, then bumped him. "We'll meet again, Christian," puffed Dave as he fell off the bridge. "Thanks, Christian," puffed Billy. "No problem," said the green tender engine, and he left to ask the owner of the South Sodor Heritage Railway if he could work there. Oliver then arrived. "That Christian engine is a truly redeemed one by saving you," he puffed. "Thanks," Billy replied. Molly was enraged about her plan A to destroy Billy failing. "He's escaped? And that green bonehead took Billy with him," she puffed. "Yep," puffed Johnny. "So, what's the next plan?" worried Bob. "Easy," puffed Molly. "We meet them at a part of Sodor, then we all would continue the next plan once we're done with the Little Western engines. That's what they'd get for laughing at me for having empty coal cars with me, which is unfortunate." Billy returned with a worried look on his face. I worry that Molly is going to blow all of us up. He then put on a brave face. We must look for ways to win, Billy puffed. That kind of nonsense from Molly is intolerable, puffed Duck. For Scotland, puffed Donald and Douglas. I know how to lure in those little western brutes, puffed Molly.
Where have all the good men gone, and where are all the gods? Where's the streetwise Hercules to fight the rising odds? Isn't there a white knight upon a fiery steed? Late at night I toss and I turn and I dream of what I need. I need a hero.
Let's go, puffed Billy. I can hear Molly singing from anywhere. Let's show that tin can what we're made of, puffed Oliver. Percy groaned. Stop complaining about the boss's singing, puffed Johnny. We're coming to save you, puffed Duck. Percy, you have nothing to fear, puffed Oliver. When Molly saw Billy, Donald, and Douglas, she laughed. Let Percy go, puffed Billy. When would you suppose I would do that? Never! Molly replied. Charge! Puffed Billy as Molly pushed Percy down the line. Donald and Douglas were left to deal with Jimmy and John. Duck, Oliver, you deal with those two diesels. Molly is mine, puffed Billy as he was in hot pursuit of Molly. When they got to a part of the island, Molly spoke. Leave us alone or I'll derail Percy. A workman named Ted Crinslot arrived. He decided to tie balloons to Molly. Thanks. I'll use those to hide myself when my henchmen blow up Billy's workmates, puffed Molly. Ted then uncoupled Percy. Get out, puffed Molly. Okay, I will, Billy replied. Molly thought she had won, but she was wrong. Billy had returned with a jet engine, which was coupled up to Molly right after. He then bumped it, causing the switch to be flipped. This isn't over yet. I'll force you to pay for doing this to me, said Molly as she was rocketed into the sky. After Billy got turned around, he spoke to Percy, who was still shaken up from being kidnapped by Molly. Please hear me out on this. I'm sorry for not paying attention to what I was doing at the coaling plant, puffed Billy. You are forgiven, puffed Percy. And I forgive you for calling me a silly Billy, Billy replied. What? But how? Percy asked in astonishment. Before I was saved from scrap by Donald. I realized that I've been an idiot when I first came to the island, so I started to learn from my mistakes, and I became a completely changed engine," Billy explained. "I've got to admit, we've all done something stupid," puffed Percy. "My best friend fell into a turntable when he was new to the island," puffed Billy. Billy, Oliver, Duck, Donald, and Douglas were looking at Johnny and Jimmy. John and Jimmy, who were derailed from their fight with the Scottish twins. "They got what they deserved," puffed Duck. Oliver, Billy, Donald, and Douglas agreed. With Oliver's compassion, Billy approached Gordon, Henry, and James, who accepted him for putting an end to Molly's evil plans. The other engines accepted him for the same reason. A few hours later, Duck arrived at Halltraw. "Billy, you made all of Sodor proud," he said. He chuffed. "I sure did," puffed Billy. "At least now, Molly is a flying train," puffed Billy. Then he, Duck, and Oliver laughed. After the jet engine had uncoupled and landed on the rails safely, Molly was flying in the sky. "I'm way high up, and who knows where I'm flying above," she puffed. Then the balloons were running out of helium. "I'm falling slowly," she puffed. The balloons came undone for Molly after she landed on the beach of Fortaventura, the same island where the SS American Star had been literally shipwrecked in 1994. No sooner than later, the balloons were blown away in the wind. "Aw, nuts," she puffed, as Molly now knew that she was stuck. Whatever happened to Dave after his fall? He landed in a forest. "If this forest I fell into is Henry's forest, he won't be happy," he puffed.
Jamesway is gearing up for their big sale. Starting Saturday, you'll save on hundreds of items for your car. Save on all Lee Maxi filters. Get Maxi protection for today's smaller, harder-working engines with a filter that lives up to its name. And save on Balance Deluxe High or Low Back seat cushions. Balance seat cushions help keep you comfortable all